You is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we are going to be ranking the top 10 players right now in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, by the time you guys are watching this, we might have content leaks, and with the content leaks, you guys might have a new top 10, right? Even with the leaks and without stats, we might have a new top 10, but at the time I'm recording this, we don't have Friday's drop yet, and so this is our current top 10 heading in to Season 5 of NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, before we dive any further into this, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 90,000 subscribers. Coming in here at number 10, starting things off, Galaxy Opal, Klay Thompson. We're probably going to get a dark matter Klay on Tuesday. And that's crazy to me, we're going to get a dark matter Klay on Tuesday, considering it feels like this Klay just got released in 2K. But dark matter Klay is going to be even better. The Galaxy Opal still deserves a spot on this list more than anything because of the defensive side of the ball. I mean, brick wall, chase down artist, rim, you give him those badges. Offensively, heck, you give him mismatch expert. The card, probably the best 300 in the game, does have the normal leaner, which is cheesy, tendencies insane. Just defensively more than anything is the reason I love Klay Thompson. I think that's where he's the most underrated on the court. People like this card more than the card I'm going to have next. I'm going to talk about why I have the card I have next over Klay. But Klay Thompson, you guys could even have as a top 5 card on this list. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Coming in at number 9 for me, I'm having here Tracy McGrady. I'm going to start off with this. You have Klay over Tracy. I'm not going to argue it. T-Mac 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. And I have basically a full squad here. So in this squad, T-Mac would play the small forward position. The reason I personally like Tracy McGrady more is because of this. He's taller, first of all. He gets basically every badge in the game, which Klay doesn't do. Although Klay might have better badges, might be better defensively, T-Mac just does a little more attacking the rim. And I just love what Tracy McGrady does as just far as on both sides of the court. I mean, fully badged, the card's going to get 72 base badges, which in my opinion is just ridiculous. You combine that with, great finishing, great shooting, playmaking, solid defense is incredible. He's just all around incredible. I do think he's better on next gen than current gen. You probably see me run T-Mac in 250K on next gen, whereas on current gen, I'm not quite sure about the card yet. I don't know. I haven't used T-Mac a ton in the gameplay. I did. He was absolutely immaculate, though. And I just think, as far as T-Mac, he has one of the cheesiest releases in the game. Although I don't love it. It's a really good release. Cheesiest release in the game. 6'8", can play the 3. The dude's just an all-around, absolutely solid card in my team. Coming in at number 8, might be my favorite point guard is Jalen Rose. And if he is my favorite point guard, you guys might be wondering, why is he this low? It's because I don't think he's my favorite point guard, but he might be. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, no hot spot from the right corner, but hot spots from everywhere else. The reason I don't like Jalen Rose, let's go to that first, is because on the defense but in the court, the card lacks a lot. No brick wall. No, it just lacks a lot in general. Yes, you give him Chef, you give him Limitless, you give him Sniper, Hyperdrive. Well, then you can't give him some defensive badges. You give him the defensive badges, then you can't give him all the offensive badges. So it's just like, what do you want to give Jalen Rose? That's the big kind of question mark in my opinion. The card all around is very solid though. Moves really well offensively. I think if we're talking about offensive point guards in my team, he might be my favorite to run. Jump shot 32 is solid. Quick dribble style, incredible. Good defensive tendencies. This is a card that I almost guarantee you guys will see the floor in the 250K tournament. Coming in at number 8 is a little shaky. You could have him even higher, but I just don't want to put 2 point guards extremely high because neither one of them are really complete in my opinion. Coming in here at number 7, I'm plugging in Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt's a guy that some days he's my favorite center in the game. Other days it's like, man, can this card even play? It's just one of those things. It depends on who I play, really how effective Wilt is, right? If I have a guy who hedges screens really hard, who, really eats the 3-point line, Wilt's not super effective. Now, if I have a guy that, sits off, sits paint, makes it kind of tough for Wilt to play. 7'1", 8-foot wingspan. Where he's going to make his money and earn his stripes is on the defensive end of the court. I mean, defensively, super complete in general. really comes down to this, guys. Can you green with Wilt Chamberlain? If you can green with Wilt, I think you can make the case to the best center in the game. If you struggle to green with him sometimes, like I myself do, you're probably looking at the second best center in the game. Still really complete all the way around. Again, another guy you could have in your top 5 if you wanted to. A card that I don't think gets talked about enough is Galaxy Opal Kevin Durant coming in at number 6. This card does not get respected as much as he deserves to. Is all it comes down to. I personally will always love Kevin Durant cards in my team. You guys want to know why? He always has a decent release, always has a good dribble style. Problem with KD in the past is he's been Mr. Inconsistent. You know, some games he'll go off for 20. Some games he'll shoot full bars and not score. I like this KD because even if he doesn't score, defensively he does enough for me. He has good length at the 3, can hold it down. You give him, you know, some extra defensive badges, maybe interceptor, chase down, some of those badges. Then you're looking at KD and you're like, all right, this card is very complete. A card will probably get a new one decently soon because we haven't seen one, you know, for over a month now. But I am in love with KD. Cracking the top 5, Lonzo Ball. I mean, if you compare Lonzo Ball and Jalen Rose side by side, I could put a poll on Twitter. Most people are going to prefer Lonzo Ball, and that's why he's higher on this list. For me, it's about 50-50. I didn't want to put them next to each other because the majority of the community is going to be with Lonzo, but I think it's about 50-50. Whose release do I prefer? I slightly prefer Jalen Rose's release. Whose movement do I prefer? I prefer Jalen Rose. Whose defense do I prefer? I prefer Lonzo Ball's. That's where the toughness comes in. The tough part comes in. Lonzo defensively should do more for you especially if you put him on ball, if you have them guarding the opposing point guard. Shooting wise, you know, basically the same. Lonzo Ball based, normal timing, shifty dribble style. Really just comes down to preference when it comes down to it. I do think Lonzo Ball overall is the better point guard in the game. But with that being said, Jalen Rose might be more of a cheesier option if that's something you're into. Both these cards definitely deserve a spot on the list. Lonzo Ball cracking the top 5. A card who you guys might not think deserves it. This spot on the list is Pink Diamond Kristaps Porzingis. Especially with those defensive stats, you guys might be like, Ty, are you kidding me? You're way too high on this Kristaps card. And maybe I am. Maybe I am way too high on this Kristaps card. But here's the deal, guys. I know he can't get claims. And is that a big deal? It's a little deal, right? It matters a little bit. No quick first step. But as far as pick and pop bigs in my team, I prefer KP to nearly everybody else in the game. No playmaking or defensive Hall of Fame badges. Yes, that is a concern. But guys, he's 7'3", 7'6" wingspan. With Monty Williams, you get that speed boosted a little bit. 85 speed. Interior perimeter defense goes up, becomes a better rebounder. I think then he becomes one of the most underrated bigs in the game. You'll probably see KP at some point in 9 days in the 250K tournament. Will he be the best center at that time? I highly, highly doubt it. Coming in at number 3 is a card a lot of people like at center. I prefer Anthony Davis more at the power forward position. 53 base badges, 15 Hall of Fame, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. No hot spot from the top of the key, but has one from everywhere else. You're looking at one of the most complete cards in my team. I have not ran AD as much as I would have liked to, but here's the deal. You give AD ball stripper, you give him maybe pick dodger if you run him at the 4, you give him maybe unpluckable, then maybe chef, limitless, maybe deadeye even on the card, slippery off ball. You're looking at a top card in the game. I mean, it's just quite honestly that simple. You give him money, then you're looking at a 92 speed, 94 3-ball, 99 interior, 90 perimeter. Just one of the best overall cards in the game, in my opinion. He's top 3 for a reason. This card, I don't have him on my squad yet, but he's probably a guy that is going to be picked up really, really soon. A guy like more at the power forward position, and maybe the reason I haven't picked AD up yet is because of how much I'm in love with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'll always be in love with Giannis. And the reason is his player model combined with the fact that he has 99 speed. You give him mine, he has an 81 3-ball, quick release, 94 interior, 95 perimeter, Hall of Fame quick first step, defensively every badge in the game, comes with catch and shoot, corner specialist. What more do you guys want out of Giannis Antetokounmpo? Can I just say that? I mean, look, I want a Giannis card as much as the next person that has, these defensive badges on Hall of Fame. And quite honestly, we're probably going to get a Giannis in the next month or so. But this Giannis can hold it down with the best of them. I wish that 2K would have given Giannis as an option for the 2010s because that's who I would have wanted 2C is a lock-in card. I'm still pretty excited to use this Giannis Antetokounmpo 2 Saturdays from now. And coming in as my best overall card right now in my team is Kobe Bryant. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan with hot spots from everywhere on the court. 64 base badges, 72 when you do fully badge him up. And please find me a flaw with this Kobe Bryant card. If there's one thing I'd like to see improved, it would be a standing dunk. Because sometimes I do be wanting to, get that standing dunk animation. Defensively, so complete. Offensively, you give him mismatch expert. What more can you want? Kobe base, not bad. I would have liked to see it on quick, but still not bad. Kobe dribble style is just fine. I love Kobe Bryant. I love the pink diamond Kobe. I always love Kobe cards in my team, I feel like. I think he is the most complete card in my team right now. That is why he is in here, slated at number 1. Reminder, guys, this list is subject to change with the content that we are going to receive in tomorrow's drop. So just kind of keep that in the back of your minds, but that's where I'm at today. No Yao making the list, but if you are on next gen, I think Yao definitely deserves a top 10 spot. But remember, this is a list that combines both current and next gen. I'm all ears, man. I want to hear you guys' opinions down below in the comments. Jason Tatum was also a close call for the list, but who is your biggest snub off this list? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.